Hey people, it's Kelly at Print Pray Slay, and I know you haven't seen a actual happy planner among me in a while. But I am a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. I teach business, so financial literacy, entrepreneurship, business law, college summit, SAT prep, a whole bunch of things. And I've shown my teacher planner before here, but it is the end of the school year, and I usually use my teacher planner to plan for the summer months, since I stay home with my kids, as well as prepare for the next year. So, in the past 2 years, you haven't seen a happy planner because I did digital, and then this past year I did no planner. That ain't working. She's not doing that no more. So I need a planner. I've settled on the fact that I need a big happy planner, which I'm so glad it's in frame. But I also settled on the fact that I need a vertical. If you've seen one of my past videos, I explain why I chose vertical, and I can just briefly explain it right now. The dates being here are everything to me because I tend to flip my happy planner like this and use it on my desk. So the dates being here are helpful. Me being a secondary educator, meaning I teach high school, I have 3 preps. So 1, 2, 3. But one of them I don't teach until there's semester courses. So I really have 2 preps at a time. And so this last box will be for any other miscellaneous notes that I may have. The teacher planners, let me see if I can grab one. Okay. The teacher planners, once I get to them, there's a lot going on here. Is this one? Oh, I don't have no inserts from this. I gutted this one. Hold on. Nope, that's no paper. Okay, boom. I have this one. This is my first one. Oh no, I gotta redo that. Sorry about that. I showed information that I cannot show. But let me try to briefly show you what it looks like when I find a blank one. Ooh, I really did use this planner. Like, oh my goodness. Maybe April? No, maybe June. June might be... no luck in June of me showing you. Maybe May? I feel like this will do. All right, so a regular teacher planner has the dates on this side, and that's not going to be helpful because when I get to the other side, there are no dates. There's no dates. There's no nothing. It's like, so if I were able to flip through this, you will see that a lot of this side is usually blank, which is a waste. So I settled on the fact that I needed dates at the top. Dates at the top only don't work because I think the Erin Condren is like that, but dates at the top don't work really well for me only as well, because then it's kind of broken up like this, and I really don't want it broken up that much. I use this works. So basically the gist of it is I need dates at the top, and I need it to be as plain as possible so I can decide just in case I want to change it up. So this can be first and second. I usually have like 4 periods that I teach. So first and second, and then third and fourth. And this will be whatever I need, maybe planning period or anything like that, any notes. Let me get away with this. So these are my past ones. This is actually where I keep my catalogs for Print Pray Slay. This is stuff that I gutted out of other books. I never used this, but I was thinking I might use it this time. And this is just extra stuff that I want to put into the new planner. I'm going to put it down here. All right, so surprisingly, this was the only vertical planner that I liked from Happy Planner this year. It unfortunately says 2025, 2026, but that is no bother. I think this is the first one that I'm ever going to have where I can stand the front cover. I usually flip my cover, but this is a lot. I'm not necessarily a floral girl. I honestly believe that I will, well, I thought I would take this off and put this one on. This is one of my faves. It goes with the theme of my classroom. It's like real chill and gray and white. I also like black and white. Floral is not it for me, but I think I'm gonna try it since it's the only year that I would be able to use it. I like this new thing that Happy Planner is doing. Batten is vertical, and then all the things that you can do. I did buy metal discs to put this in. These are 11 metal discs for the regular size. So I don't think I need an expanded disc. This is a 18-month planner, I believe. No, is it 18? No, it's 12. June, July. No, it's 18. So July to July, and then I still have all the rest of these. So with that being said, I have a lot of dissecting to do. Before I do that, I want to do a quick flip of this planner. I'll leave the link to it below. I got this one from Michael's because it was on sale. Happy Planner. This is like a $42 planner. At Michael's, it was $24. So just flip them numbers. This planner was not intended for teaching. It's just a regular vertical. However, it was the only vertical that I thought was nice and plain. Like simple, like all it has on the middle is the dots. Everything else is gray and black and white, and that's what I prefer, especially if I'm going to go in and start putting stickers. I did buy this sticker pack. I don't know if I love it or like it. It seems nice and muted. It was the only one. Like, again, I don't know what's going on with the stock at Happy Planner. I do have a lot of sticker sheets, but I don't have a lot of big sticker sheets like for big planners. So this is the only one that was being sold that I thought looked good. I do like the color scheme being like really chill, not all bright and colorful. Like a lot of teacher stuff is made for primary, which is like elementary school. And since I'm secondary, I don't necessarily want the rainbows and all that jazz. On here, I don't know what I would mark on here. Maybe keep track of the days I take off to make sure, you know, my leave situation is right. Here, I'm going to convert my county's, what is it called? Calendar. So I'll write out the days we have from school, any holidays, any PDs, early dismissals, late starts. I'll put those in there. Snow days. Well, we had such a great snow season this year, and we're paying for it as I am still in school, and it is June. We don't get out to June 23rd. That's how great of a snow season we had. Okay. So the opposite side of just say priorities, important. So it's like planning for the next month. I don't think. Yeah, so planning for the next month. So 3 priorities, what's important, and then some note sections. I like how this is. I like these dividers. So that was July. This is August, September, October, November, December, January. Ooh, January is beautiful. I like November too. No shade to it being my birthday month too though. February, March. Something good about March. I like the burnt orange. March, April, which seems like a flip of another one I just saw. May, silver foil. June, July. Hold on. Okay. August. Okay, well, they don't have to have a different one all the time. September, October, November, same as January. December is beautiful. Can y'all see that? Yeah, y'all can see that. All right. And then it just ends with a simple note page. And what I usually do is flip my stuff so that this becomes the front page, but I can't cope with all of that. So I don't know if the first thing I want to do is put on these metal discs, or do I want to go through and add these papers. So let me explain this part. So I usually add these papers in between them. This is a very old dashboard planner that I never used. I bought it because it was on sale. It was already outdated when I bought it. I bought it for the discs, and I bought it because I like the dashboard layout in a classic size to fit inside of my happy planner, my big happy planner. So let me show an example, because I did touch all of this before I got with you guys. I think it was in October. All right. So ignore the fact that that says dinner plans. That's probably going to say grading, or it's just going to be grading. I'm probably just going to keep covering it up with washi tape or something. But anything that has something to do outside of the classes per se, like if I need to, like outside of their learning, if I need to assign a project, or I need to plan a project, or there's a meeting coming up, or I have to make notes to call home, or to check on anything. Maybe I need to do a PD. Maybe I need to research something. Anything that I have to do that's outside of the actual classroom stuff, because only classroom stuff is going on here. So anything to do with planning, notes about kids, then that's what goes on these pages. And then meetings and my to-dos go on here. On the flip side of this, it is, again, a list. I mean, we got to buy and errands and important and focus, but we're not going to pay attention to those titles. We're just going to look at the structure of the boxes is what I'm looking at. Basically, anything that would have been on a Post-it note, I can put here. Even if I have a Post-it note, I'll put the Post-it note on here. And that just serves a great purpose. And the reason why I have classic is so that it doesn't cover up the whole page. I like that it's something where I can still see. Even if I wanted to, I can fold this in half again and still see even more if I needed to. And I do have smaller sheets, but I just really like the size of this. They don't have to match up with 6 Monday. Yes, this says 2020, but again, I can just put washi tape over top of that if it bothers me. So it really probably won't. But if it does, then I'll just put a sticker or washi tape over that. But eventually, they're probably not going to match like that. So I'm perfectly fine. But I started out having them match. So I wanted to continue on with that. 13. So that is the reason for having those sheets in between. That's pretty. And then I will stop going in. So I won't be, in this video, I won't be doing like the filling in of those, what you call them, it's like filling all that in. I'm not going to do all of that. I just wanted to show you what my plan was. So that was that. I will put the rest of these in here. If they don't line up, then I'll just stop putting these in there in any kind of way, to be honest. The other things I wanted to put in here, well, I don't know if I should dissect it first. I think I should dissect it first before I start adding extra pages that I have to come up. Yeah. I have to take the pages out because I don't need anything after June. I don't know. After June, I'm definitely going to either be in a new planner for the summer or use this, but I'm going to have to buy another planner. So we'll see. I will cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, I'm going to take July off. And do I have a paper clip? I might end up using this paper clip right here, or just putting this in a different. Maybe I can, you know what? I'll leave this on here because these are the discs that I'm not going to use. Look at me being smart. I'm just going to take stuff off and put it on here. Okay, so why metal disc? Ooh, that sounds like gold. Like, play gold, of course. But I think metal discs work better. So that's why I like them. I also like the feel of them. They feel like they're better quality. The plastic discs break. Mine, to my knowledge, I don't remember. I think only one broke on me, but I know other people have said that theirs have broken a lot more. And I don't feel like dealing with that, but ultimately, I really like the look of them. All right, I think I'm going to speed this part of the video up because this is going to take a minute. Okay, so, well, nope, I forgot the back. Okay, so that I can let go. This is everything. And this is a little bit. Oh, it's okay. I forgot to mention that a big part of why I feel like I also need this is because I will be sponsoring the seniors this upcoming school year, and this is the first time that I'll be doing that. I have never volunteered. I've been asked, but I've always declined. It seemed like a lot of work, one, and the seniors always be mad at their sponsor. So I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to deal with that. But the sponsor is the one that organizes and communicates with them about their senior plans, like the prom and homecoming and senior trips, and just making sure their senior year is amazing. And though I would love to be a part of that in full capacity in the past, I love playing a part of their favorite teacher that got things done when it was the best opportunity for me to get it done. And as the sponsor, it's like you really, really, really got to show up. There is no, oh, I can't make it to this. I mean, that's, yeah, that's going to be something different for me. So I'm going to, do I really want this? It covers up everything. This is not from Happy Planner. And I was going to order some from Happy Planner, but I didn't. Does this hang out the whole planner? Hold on a second. Because what you can't do is hang out the whole planner. Okay, no, it doesn't hang out the whole planner. I would say, I don't know what I would put in here. I don't know if it'll be the bill schedule or what, but I was thinking, like, to me, I would just print the bill schedule, punch a hole in it. That was another reason why I was doing the big Happy Planner, because it is the size of an 8.5 by 11. As far as sheets like this is copy paper. See how it fits perfectly in there? So that was that. But also, let me see something. Since this is copy paper, like I just said, will copy paper fit before the... Yeah, I was just trying to make sure it would be within the range for the dividers, because I don't want those problems. So I added a checklist. I do not know what I will do with the checklist. If I don't use them by second quarter, I'm probably going to take them out. And I don't know. These are here for quick reference if I want to slip something in there that I don't necessarily want to punch a hole in. Before I had my standards in here, but I don't need them anymore for my primary subject, which is financial literacy, because I know it like the back of my hand now, since I'll be going into my 6th year of teaching. So I'm excited about that. Now I am about to sit down. I don't know if I want this in the front. I never used it outside of this. So these are some sheets from the last one. I prefer it like this, where it has nothing, but here we go with dinner plans. So we'll see. Ooh, it's all bent up. I have something else in here that I want to put in my planner, but I don't necessarily want to show it right now because it has my kids' whole names on it. But my children's pictures are on the opposite side of this. It's their christening pictures when we got them christened as babies at church. And I really adore and appreciate those pictures. So I put them in this pocket. It is a classic size, as you can see. And that is probably going to go somewhere in the beginning of my planner. So probably up in here, because I don't necessarily want it to be the first thing. So I'll put that in there later. Only because it has like their whole government name, and I don't necessarily want to show that on the internet. on YouTube. So I'm gonna save that, put that in there, and hopefully I never make a oops and accidentally show it. So what I was doing in order to insert these in the best way was taking a look at this year at a glance and seeing like what Mondays start on the 29th. So for this one, it will probably go September 29th. And let's see if there's one already in there for September 29th. Oh, September 29th actually is the first week in October. Okay. And I'm not gonna have to do this for all of them, just these, because they were just from the old planner. 28. Well, I'm really not gonna start until July, so I need to see. Oh, there we go. July 28th. Let's see. Hold on, 28th is the Monday, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna need this for July. So no, I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. Because this is really about school. There is no other 28 in which is a Monday. So this can go wherever. Then we have 3rd on a Monday, starting in September. November 3rd. And I already got something. Is there another 3rd? August. Not gonna need that because that's not even in here. So these two I can use wherever I want to use them. I'm probably gonna start back off where I left off with my October. But about this, out of sight, out of mind. And this is my planner for my planning sheets for how I'm gonna keep track of my scholars. So I'm gonna make a sheet, and I just wrote some notes down of their names, and then absent, tardy, whether or not they volunteered or participated, and whether or not I had to do something disciplinary, just to keep track of it. That's usually one of my goals, my professional goals. Yes, I do take attendance, but it is nice to see things as a whole, because then you can see, unless I run a report, I can do that also, but right here is like insight in mind. So since I look at my planner daily, and running a report will have to be something that I consistently do, and systems mess up. It's done that twice in the past school years. But I'll be able to see like, wow, that kid hasn't been here for a week. Something in your heart can tell you that they haven't been there in a week, but it would be nice to be like, hey, you weren't here from like Wednesday to Tuesday. But there is a post-it note as well. This is the list I used in order to determine which teacher planner I needed, which is how I got to the fact that I don't need a teacher planner. I need a regular planner. So I'm going to put this in here too. So this right here, I don't know what to do with this. I'll probably put it right here for the sake of, let's make sure I have something, and I don't want it to be so far in the back. So I'm gonna keep it there because I'm already gonna put my kids' pictures here. And right now, after that, I'm gonna go through and put in these other pages. So I'm probably gonna speed up that as well. Ooh. Did it just pop off? Yes, it did. I think I started in October. Let me see. That's looking promising. Yeah. So October is where I left off with it. I did all of October. Okay. November. So I know I don't need that page. This is nothing. This is all the front of that old planner. This is too cute. Okay, probably stopped there. All All right, I don't know if this is something that everybody wants to see, like this particular part. But I did leave off. Let me see if I can put stuff in frame a little bit more. With this, and it matches Mondays to 10. Just love how that stuff just works. So I've been trying to find secondary teachers on, I was about to say YouTube, but it's social media in general. And it's so hard. Are they there? Yes. But there's not a lot of playing with knees and all the things that the primary teachers had. I don't know what's going on with us secondary teachers. And then shoot, I know it'd be hard to find the same thing for a college professor, which I was thinking about. But I'm not. I would do that. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, this planner was actually really cute. See how this is? Mondays is on the 2nd. That is no longer this situation. Let me go back and see if I can find a 2nd for the Monday. And this is December. February. There's a 2nd for the Monday. So what am I going to do after this? Because what I'm not going to do is buy a whole dashboard layout just to have this situation. So I'm probably going to use notes. I have a ton of, if I could swivel this camera over there, I did a video and I counted them. I have like 20 something happy planners. I'm sure I can find something to go in between here. And it'll probably just be note pages that I can just write on. It won't be the same feel. I probably could make something like this Monday, Tuesday, you know, all of the jazz. But I don't know if I will. So it would just be a notes paper, either dot grid, dot line, dot somebody. That'll just be placed in there. I don't like that one as much, but still cute. All right. Monday starts off with the 2nd again. Gracious. Let's see. Let's find one that starts with the 30th. March 30th? We already did that one. Oh no, just gotta skip ahead. All right, so I will be going through and seeing which ones I like skipped over. I already got that one, so let's just put this to the side. But that would mean the next one will be the 6th, so let's just keep the party going. But yeah, I hope I don't forget to go back and put all these things back in there. And I'm wondering, anybody watching this video, are you actually teachers or just interested in how I put together my teacher planner? I did get word that I may be switching classrooms. If you saw my previous videos about my classroom setup, it took a while and I was deeply invested in it. I've had it for 5 years. My kids love it. Everybody always comments on it. Teachers, students, visitors, parents, everybody. And I've put a lot of heart into that classroom. I spent a lot of money and time putting it together with the help of my mom. And I might be moving. And I don't know if it will ever be the same. It's because it's the setup of the room, like the flow. Oof, thank goodness. It just continued, yes. I do have videos of like how I set it up. It's like 4 videos in stages of when I like first saw the room, bought a whole bunch of stuff, put it together, revealed. What I don't want, to be honest, is a huge room. I'm really hoping that I don't get like a really, really huge room. I love that my room was small, cozy. I had carpet and everything, y'all. It was so nice. I'm hoping that I can keep my room. But I knew this day would come someday. At least I had a good run. 5 years is a long time. Okay. And lastly, we got June. Another 2nd of Monday start. Ooh, look at it. Just continue on. Yes, just continue on. If you do follow some not primary. If you do follow any secondary teachers, even though I teach high school, secondary, as in middle school, applies as well. I'd be interested in following some of them. Now that's I guess genre of teachers that I really haven't seen on YouTube like that. But like I said, it's not just YouTube, it's everywhere. It's lacking the content that I wish we had. All right. Said I was gonna go back and swift through and see what was left. I'll go on with that. But I'll do that later on. I'm really pleased with how it all turned out. I don't know if I'll do videos of like the planner. I wish people would do them for me, but I do understand why you don't see them, and that is because of PII. Sometimes they're personable, identifiable information. So some of the kid information that'll be on there. Some counties may not want, the teacher curriculum to be out. It is something that is just for that county. So try to be mindful of that. It's hard because social media have you thinking that everything is okay to share, and it's not. So, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any of those suggestions for other teachers that you believe that I should follow, let me know that as well. If you have any questions, I'd be interested to hear them in the comments, or any encouragement. Encouragement is always great. Leave that in the comments as well. But that is my setup and the plans that I have for this planner. He did get a little chunky. I don't even know how I would add anything. If so, the other thing that I would do to, I guess, take this down a notch would be semester. So that means I would probably take out January and beyond. And after picking this up, I think I'm going to do that because it's getting kind of hefty. Like, it's really heavy. Like, oh my goodness. It's like as if a whole bunch of journal pages is in here. So I really may take January off and put that in the which column. And just do the checklist here. So this may come out if you ever see this planner again. This stuff right here might be placed back in here, and then I'm going to do that as soon as we hang up. I am going to be moving January and everybody into here, just to give myself more room, because I always tote around my laptop and this planner. Yeah, that's a bit much. And my cell phone and my water bottle, which is a Stanley, what is it, 35 ounce or 30 ounce? Yeah, that's a lot to carry. January and beyond must go. All right. Well, thank you all again for watching. It's been a joy. Thank you. And pray for your teachers. All right, bye.